Hello. Hi, welcome to IT Online Trainings for you. Today we are going to discuss how to design a simple RAML by using any Paint platform. Okay, so here is my requirement. I have a employee data. I have an employee table where from that table I need to get all the employee details at once, and I need to get one particular employee details based on employee ID. And whenever new employee is getting joined in our organization, we need to insert that particular employee data into a database. So these are the three functionalities I would like to achieve by using my RAML. Okay, so in order to design these functionalities, okay, first we need to design a RAML, then we need to do the implementation, then we have to design a API, okay, and so on. So one by one, let's see. In this video, I am going to discuss how to design a RAML for this particular requirement. Okay, so let's get started. So to create an API, we need to log in into our AnyPoint platform. There you need to go to Design Center. Okay, here we need to create one API. Just click on Create New. Create API specification. API specification is nothing but RAML. Okay? You need to name your RAML file here. I have given it as demo employee API. Okay. RAML language would be RAML 1.0 only. Just leave the defaults as it is. Click on create specification. It will take 1 to 2 minutes. Okay. See, this is how our basic RAML will looks like. Okay. So it has a RAML version and title by default. Now the mandatory things what we have to do is like we need to design our all the RAML resources here, as this is our requirement right here. So to pull all the data, it is a employee resource. We need to design this employee resource with get method because we are pulling data from the database. Okay, this is a particular employee details by using employee ID. So the main resource will be employee, and we need to send that employee ID as a URI parameter here. For example, we can do this. We can do like this, employee ID. This is also get request because we are pulling particular employee data, just like a select query, like select employee ID, like that it works. Okay, so to create a new employee, the resource would be employee, but the method is post because we are pushing the data to our database. Okay, so let's design this. Before that, what we have to give is like we need to provide a base URI, base path URI. You can just click on B, it will give you suggestions actually. So this base path URI is nothing but the URL which we are going to invoke. Okay, I'm giving here demo application hyphen employee details.com. Just for example, I have given like this, but this would be the actual Cloud Hub URL once we deployed our application. Then we can replace it. Okay, we are good. For each and every API will have a version. I will discuss about this version more in little detail. Okay, now the headers part will done. Now we need to design our resources. So our first resource is /employee. I mean, once we invoke this employee resource, it will give you all the employee details from the database. So we have given the name. What is the method? It's a get method. Then you can provide some description. This this method is to pull all employee data from database. Okay, now we have defined a resource name and method. Now we need to provide body. What is the response type? We are getting a data from application.json format. Okay, so here the get resource. See, once you are done, you are giving changes here, it will automatically provide you the endpoint details, how that looks like. Okay, so this is how one resource is done. Now we need to create another resource like to pull data from employee in particular employee id. To do that, we can create a new resource, or we can just directly create slash employee id. Whenever you mention that resource name into this flavor process, it will treat it as URI parameter. See, um, below to this employee method, inside that employee method, we are giving one more method, that is one more resource called employee ID. So how this looks like? See, this is to uh, get all the employees. This is to get particular employee ID. Now we need to define methods and all the details for this resource as well. This method is to get particular employee data. Okay, now again we need to give what is the body what is the data type in the body. We are going to use all these properties in near future, like in the real-time RAML we need to design a complex RAML. This is a just a basic level RAML we are going to discuss now, but we need to actually give complete RAML. Okay, see, here, I mean, sorry, in real-time projects, we are going to design a complex RAML with all the traits and security schemas, what are query parameters, mandatory parameters, and sample data structure, everything we need to provide. Okay, first, just for today purpose, we are just focusing on the basic RAML. Going forward, for further sessions, we can extend this RAML as a complex RAML, and which will looks like a real-time projects. Okay, so here two resources we have designed already. Another resource is to create a new employee. To create or to push a new employee data, we need to give a post request. For that, we don't need to we no need to give the resource name again. Instead, we can just provide a post method. Under the same line like the get, if you can provide a post method, it will show you the same. For same resource, it will show you two methods, one is for get, one is post method. Okay, now you need to add a description like this is to create new employee in database. Okay, now we need to provide responses here. Once the body, we need to provide how the responses look like. Once an employee ID is getting created in database, we need to provide a response code as a 201 in as per normal JSON form, JSON rules. JSON best, sorry, as per the normal RAML standards, so we need to provide 201 as a response code whenever the one new post request is created. So likewise, we need to design. Okay, for all the get requests also, you can give 200 for all the get requests, just to give you like 200 OK response. Okay, so this is how we need to design our RAML. Okay, these are the two different methods. One is this get employee method is to pull all the employee data from database. This is to create one new employee data, and this is to fetch only one particular employee data based on this employee ID from database. Okay, so we are done with the designing a RAML structure. Now, one good thing in MuleSoft Design Center is we can actually test this RAML from here itself directly by enabling this mocking service. See here, by using this mocking service, we can test your service directly from this design center, even though the implementation is not ready, and even though we are not publishing the API to Exchange, we can just directly test it from this design center by using this mocking service. Okay, before enabling this mocking service, this URL which will shows the URL which we have mentioned in our base path URI. Okay, so let's enable this and test it. I have enabled this mocking service. Now, you can observe this URL is modified as per the AnyPoint platform default URL for this mocking service. Okay. So we are testing this slash employee resource of a get method. As of now, we have not mentioned any query parameters and any other security schemas or traits. We can just directly uh, test it. It's a plain service for now. So you can just click on try it and you can just hit this endpoint. See, this is how you will get the response 200 OK, which is the response we have given here. But how the response will look like, also we can give an example here. Okay, let's try that. You can give an example. Yeah. Example file we can upload it from a test JSON. We can upload it and we can include that and then invoke. So for now we can just use this value field, example value field, and we can just give some static message response received, something I have just hard coded it so that we can just test it with this test response. So let's click on OK. See, this is the response we have received. Or else we can modify and check as well. Let's send it again. See, response received from employee database. Likewise, we can test our service from design center directly. Okay. So once we are done with this designing and mock testing, we need to publish this RAML as an asset to our exchange. Okay, let's do that and conclude this video. Okay, you can just click on a publish and publish to exchange. Once this asset is available in exchange, then we can actually design our API. Okay, asset version you can give anything in 3-digit format. You can give this asset version. You can just click on publish. So once you have published this RAML, it will be available under the assets section of our exchange. Okay, so successfully publish it to exchange. You can just go to directly our exchange and we can see this RAML is getting published or not. You can just check that. See, this is our exchange. See, here in our exchange, we can see this demo employee API which we have designed right now. It's a REST API. So likewise, we can publish the assets to RAML. Thank you. Please subscribe for more videos, IT online trainings for you. In next coming sessions, we are going to discuss how to implementation for this RAML. How can we implement the code, and how we can create a new API, how we can apply a policies, and how we can create a proxy, and how we can test end-to-end implementation services. Okay, so please subscribe for more videos. Let's get learn together. Happy learning.